Hi, my name is Gardner, and I'm a sophomore studying Justice Studies and Sociology at the University of New Hampshire. And this semester, I was the Homecoming Reentry Fellow for Father's Uplift. In this position, I organized all communication for our Bags for Dads initiative, in which I put together and dropped off care packages of toiletries and other necessities to men returning from incarceration with no resources. If I'm being totally honest, my internship experience didn't really get off to a great start. The day before my internship began, I decided to practice the route I'd be taking to and from work. And I heard that the location of my internship was in a pretty bad area, so I wanted to see for myself whether this was true. When I walked out of the station, it was worse than I imagined. Heroin needles and empty bottles of alcohol littered the sidewalks. It was pouring rain, and the site looked dismal and intimidating next to a suspicious-looking liquor store. During the first month of my internship, I wasn't given a key, and I needed to resort to browsing the Walgreens across the street to avoid confrontation from Dorchester residents telling me that white girls shouldn't be working in the neighborhood. It was overwhelming losing control over when I could begin my workday, but I needed to remind myself that this was the first time I needed to rely heavily on others during my work. When my internship began, I felt like I was under a lot of pressure. The ideas I had for improving my position and the systems Father's Uplift had in place were overlooked, despite being supported initially. I felt alone in my position. It wasn't until the last month of the semester that I realized the problems I had at work were issues of confidence more than anything. Ultimately, the decisions I made regarding my special project were determined by me. Although there were some things my coworkers and my mentor needed to direct, getting my work done quickly and with confidence made my position much more enjoyable. My goal was to deliver 300 bags for dads to halfway houses and sober homes in the Boston area, and I exceeded this goal by 100. As the semester came to an end, I began to understand the impact I had on the organization and future interns in my position. I exceeded the expectations of my position, having given Father's Uplift far more connections than I was expected to, and I created a new section in the organization's newsletter. I set up meetings with programs I had already given bags to, and began new partnerships and gained new clients. I even referred a nonprofit organization to CFSI, which will hopefully be a host organization for a fellow next semester. What I really needed to do to improve my work was relax. When I began to prioritize relaxing during my free time and developing a more positive mindset, my experience with Father's Uplift improved significantly. I learned that although I didn't want to do social work as a career, my dream of becoming a criminal defense attorney was reinforced. I discovered a passion for community outreach, which I never would have done without interning at Father's Uplift. And I needed to accept that not every product or service I produce needs to be perfect, and that every professional opportunity I have is one that I learn from. By the end of my semester in the city experience, my only complaint is not staying longer. Thank you.